Coach, we thought maybe this would be a tough opener with their continuity or roster changeover, but did you expect it to go downhill so quickly?
Well, they were a better team today, and that's pretty obvious. We got a lot of work to do, and you know, every day we're going to have to make some gradual strides to get better. And so, you know, that's where we're at. You know, we had some stretches where we got some traction, but our consistency is not there. And so, you know, we got to keep studying it, and we got to keep working on it.
4 for 15 in the first quarter. Is that really where your undoing was there, or was it just the fact their fast break offense?
Well, I mean, the early turnovers were the biggest problems to start the game. We had some shots that didn't go down, but the early catastrophic turnovers that are unguardable, where they go down and lay it in or dunk it, those are the ones that kill you. And look, it's, you know, and then there's a mixture of a lot of things. So no excuses. You know, the pregame ceremony, you know, no excuse there. And it's just, you know, we're going to have to play a lot better basketball. And, you know, we're going to have to forge an identity, you know, with this team. It's a different team, and that's work. And it's going to take work. It's going to take honesty, and you know, it's not going to be easy.
What concerns do you have about the rebounding? You lost it by 20 tonight.
Well, I mean, the rebounding is a concern. Turnovers are a concern. Overall defense, you know, from a consistency standpoint, is a concern. The bad thing is, you know, the good thing is we got a game tomorrow. The bad thing is we got a game tomorrow. You know, I mean, it's one of those things, and then Denver's going to come in here, you know, with a shot at the champs. And so it's a situation where you know, we've got to work to make quantum leaps as often and as quickly as we can as a team.
How much of the shooting problem was due to Miami's defense in the first half?
Certainly some was. You know, they're a terrific defensive team. They were last year, and so, you know, that's always a constant with them. And again, when we were able to get ball movement, screening, penetration, we were able to get good shots, and then it puts you in a position to get back defensively. And you know, some of those stretches, but not enough.
Your decision to start Delonte in the second half, anything ailing Vince, or just a decision?
No, just, you know, I felt we needed another playmaker out there. I wanted to see him with that group. We haven't been able to see it yet because he was unavailable in the second exhibition game. Yeah, I like the way Vince played. I mean, I still got to look at the film, obviously, but Vince is gonna be a good player for us. I mean, he's an 8-time All-Star, and he's a Hall of Fame player, and you know, he's got plenty left. It's just we need to examine what's going to work best for us in terms of putting us in the best possible position defensively, you know, at the beginning of games, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, it's something we'll have to look at. Game to game, we could have some variance with our lineups at the 2 spot, which is certainly nothing new around here, you know. But you know, I'd obviously like to get to something consistent where the guys are comfortable. But you know, right now is not a time to be talking about being comfortable. You know, with everybody coming at us where they're going to.
Lamar only played 13 minutes, but what were your impressions of what you saw in that time?
You know, we got to work him into things, and again, I mean, you know, foul trouble early kind of got us discombobulated with what we wanted to do with the rotation. You know, this is a different system. There are similarities with what we do with where he came from, but there are enough differences to where, you know, and he's going to be playing more positions for us than he probably did with the Lakers. So that's going to be work for us and for him. I see him being able to make the transition quickly because he's a smart player and he's a skilled player and he can do a lot of things. But when you're one of those kind of players and you're playing all different positions on the floor, it becomes a little more to digest. And so it's the kind of thing also where, you can tell how much he wants to be a part of it, how much he wants to be, a positive part of things, how much he wants to make good things happen. And there were a couple times, he was probably just a little too hasty trying to make a play. And, once or twice it led to a charge or a turnover or something like that. He's got every good intention. But look, that's on us, it's on me to help him through this stuff. And, again, we got to get from point A to point Z as quickly as possible because the games are going to come high frequency.
Did he